Question is, if I'm sitting from the other end, I'm not a believer, how do I know the validity of the scriptures themselves? Okay, so there's a few things that, I will read a scripture as if I'm quoting an internal evidence, or as if I'm studying an internal evidence, but I'll be doing an external one. So this is what Luke wrote to his friend, right, Theophilus. The last part of it, of chapter number 1, verse number 4, it says, I'm writing these things to you, Uti, so that you may know the certainty of those things which were instructed. So this question is then stemming from the fact that we need to know the certainty of the things that we have been instructed. So number one, you understand the Bible has 66 books, right? Those 66 books were written over 1,500 years, written by different authors who lived in different geographical locations. Now think about it. Books written over 1,500 years, different continents, different authors who have never seen each other, but the very same book is telling one story, which is the story of salvation. Now that's a food for thought for anybody who's not a believer to start to think about. The second thing that I want us to consider is that there's about 750 prophecies of Jesus, because here's the thing, in any truth, there are certain things that we need to test, and one of it is before there can be even empirical adequacy, it is its logical consistency. Is that should this thing be true, it needs to be logically consistent throughout. So there are certain claims that it must make and fulfill. Then I can see that on the other end and say, perhaps this can be true. There are 750 prophecies written about Jesus. About 350 of them have been fulfilled. The 350 are waiting even for his return. Now that tells you there can never be any human being who can predict such things and be accurate to the level at which the Bible has been accurate. It can only be God, right? Here's another thing that I want us to see is that the presentation of Christ in the Bible is beyond human invention. There's never been any other presentation like that of Jesus Christ. From his birth, by the way, the birth of Jesus in itself, it is empirically proven by historians who are not even Christians. So Jewish historians now, they confirm to the fact that Jesus Christ truly lived, and he was amongst the people, and he did all of the things that he did, right? So there is evidence even from people who are not even Christians.